Greetings and salutations, this is Mr. Toffee here with the new KKP Rhapsody, dishing out the best news for the week of 17 June. Yeah, I know, all the good stuff was shown off last week, but there's still some goodness that slipped through the cracks for the past few weeks. Whether it's about the latest Auto Chess knockoff or more PlayStation tidbits. Without further ado, here we go. Even if Sony PlayStation wasn't at last week's giant-ass video game event, their presence was still felt. They were one of the top 3 publishers that were talked about at the show. Nintendo was trending at number 1 on Twitter, followed by Xbox, Sony PlayStation, Square Enix, and Bethesda. How the heck did Bethesda ended up so high on the talked about list? It's probably due to the rojak between crappiness
called Scalebreaker, which you'll see in August,
and awesome moments like Doom Eternal and Ikumi Nakamura.
It's spooky.
Games-wise, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was the most tweeted about title, followed by Cyberpunk 2077,
you're breathtaking!
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, and Animal Crossing New Horizons. No surprises there. In case you haven't heard, Malaysia has its own Overwatch World Cup 2019 country committee, and they're looking for the best players for the upcoming grand tournament. If you're interested, here's the following criteria. You have to be a Malaysian citizen, duh. You need a minimum SR of 3.5k, and at least achieve the rank of Masters for at least 3 seasons. You also need a POV submission with 720p and 30 frames per second video. Basically a resume featuring your awesome plays and teamwork skills. And you must be above 18 years of age before the 1st of November 2019. If you fit the bill, then sign up on the link below. It's your one chance to represent the Malayan Tigers in one of 2019's biggest video game tournaments. Since we're still afflicted with Final Fantasy VII Remake fever, I should bring up some good news for fans of the original. Square Enix is bringing back the infamous Honeybee Inn cross-dressing scene. However, it will be remade to be more modern to lessen physical unease due to current politically correct sensibilities, i.e. to avoid backlash by easily offended and triggered snowflakes. You know who you are. Also, Tifa's boob size will be reduced, and she'll sport a more realistic athletic figure so that she avoids getting jiggly during intense scenes. That's an actual mandate from the Square Enix ethics team, FYI. Good call there. I don't think this sort of art style would fly nowadays in 2020. And here are more tidbits from the company. The game will sport more dialogue options, new elements like the Watchmen of Fate, new events and scenarios, brand new enemies, and enemy affinities for the heroes you control, so that you can switch between them against specific bad guys for massive damage. Fun! Indonesia is the next country to get in on the ban PUBG bandwagon. The conservative Aceh province capital of the Ulema Council recently told local residents to ditch PUBG Mobile via Fatwa and suggested the local government to ban the game. The chapter's deputy chairman Faisal Ali said that these games can trigger violence. To quote, "Our Fatwa says that PUBG and other similar games are haram because they can trigger violence and change people's behavior. We've seen that children and even adults in Aceh are starting to get addicted to the game, and they're playing it everywhere on their mobile phones." Ali also told news agency AFP that the game insults Islam without further explanation. First off, if PUBG were to insult a religion, it will probably be Buddhism. Second, if people are addicted to games, that's a psychological and person problem, not so much a religion thing. My guess for this crusade in the making, they probably just suck at the game. So really, please, stop, Indonesia. Valve's already in the auto chess game with Dota Underlords. The OG auto chess folks already had the game coming out on Epic Game Store. So who's next? Why, it's Riot Games and that LOL game they're doing, of course. There's an auto chess mod out on League of Legends, and it's called Teamfight Tactics. It's now live on the game's PPE servers, and already it's on the top spot of the Twitch charts. The mod is at a staggering 127k viewers, beating out the likes of Fortnite, GTA 5, and League of Legends. It's still in beta form and riddled with bugs, so step in carefully until the modders sort it out and until patch 9.13 cleans it up a tad. Teamfight Tactics will be made public presumably on the 25th of June, So unless you fulfilled the criteria of getting access to a PBE account, you may have to wait a while. On that note, you should also check out our recently published Auto Chess Guide. It's chock filled with strats and tactics on how to play casual and ranked like a champ. Check it out now via the link below. And that is it for this week's KKP Rhapsody. Until then, that's the way the world pixelates.